Okay, friends. So let me see. So here we were okay. So we just changed this list that we are saying comments is the list of objects. That's what we can see here. If you go here and you go to this and you go to here, you can see this comment is what? What is this comment? Comment is a list because we have this array symbol here, right? This is not curly braces. So just a second, friends. So it's a list, but it's list of not integer or a string. It is a list of object because there are different things. So that's why I said it's a list of object. Okay. So now the comment is done. Okay. Then next to go to this notepad and understand. So comments is done. Now inside this list comment we have this much thing. So inside the comments, if you see, they have author class and everything they have updated. So we will go to this point later. Maybe we have to create a class for comments here because this comments having classes and string and everything. So maybe we just convert this list into the class, even if it is saying here square. This is not a class because it is saying like this square bracket, but since it is very complex here, we can change it into the class. So how we can do that? Let's see. But before, we'll do it this part later. Okay, we will create the comments class later. Now inside the comments we have to create the author class and update author, right? So let's do that first. So comment is done. Now we have to create the author class. If you go here, so this is the author class. Okay, so inside the author class, let's see why we are getting this much error. First we have to remove this, and here, so we are going to the author class. So author class, there is no error, right? We created the author class. So if you see here author class, so author class is done. Okay, so what we have in the author class, you can just check it from here. Author class has all these variables like key and everything, but inside the author class we have avatar URLs. Okay, so if you see here, we have avatar URLs, but it's saying import avatar URLs from Pojo. No, we don't want, because actually we have it in two places. Maybe that's why it's getting let me see. We have it here. Okay, if you see it is avatar, so let's refactor it. We did the mistake here in the name, so just refactor it so that we can solve this. Okay, so now this error is gone. So inside this we have avatar URLs class. So now let's go to the avatar URLs. So what is this avatar URLs? Let's see here. So we are done with this. Now we are doing the avatar URLs, right? So avatar URLs. So if you go here, let's understand what is this avatar URLs. Avatar URL is having these fields and then display name, active, time zone, okay, and then body. No, body is not in the avatar URLs. Body is outside of the avatar URLs. Everything is out. Display name is also outside. We just have this 48, 48, 24, 24. So if you go to here avatar URLs, we just have it here. But somehow I think we have something is missing. Let's see what is missing. Avatar URLs. Okay. Here, if you see, this underscore is there. Maybe. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can see the avatar URLs later. Let's see this update author also. What is the problem with the update author? Maybe. So avatar URLs. Just change it to avatar URLs and it should be fine. Change it to avatar URLs and then this is also fine. So now update author is correct. Then visibility class. What is the problem with the visibility class? Okay. Okay, so let's solve these. Okay, friends. So see here, why we have this also. What is this class? I think we can remove this part from here. So now this is correct. This is also fine. This was the problem here. Okay. And then what is the issue here? Let's see in the visibility class. So here I think there is some comments and then there's the problem. Okay. So I think we copied till here only we just need to remove this patch. Okay. So visibility class maybe visibility class we only have, see what we have in the visibility class. So avatar URLs is done. Update author visibility class has type and value, two values, type and value. So we have type, and value. Then getter setter for get type, set type, get value, set value. That's it. So now our all Pojo class issue is resolved. Now let's see how we can create, because now we have the comment class. Inside the comment, what we have? We saw that inside the comment we have this list comment, and inside the list we have the object of, like, we have integer, string, classes. So we need to create a class for these comments as well. Okay, so let's create a comments class, and then I will tell you why we need to create a comments class. Okay, comments, because now we created a comment class, and now if you go to the comment here, right, so inside this comment here, instead of doing the object, we will say this is a list of comment, comments, comments. So this is a list of comments. Okay, and then here also we'll say list of comments, and here also we'll see list of comments, and in the class comment we will provide all the things whatever is there inside the comment. So let's see what is there inside the comment. So if you go here and you go here and let's find out that comment part. Okay, so inside this comment, so we have to comments, right? So the fields, inside the fields class we have the comment class. Inside the comments class, the comments list is there, but we are creating the class for this because it has very complex structure. So just copy it from here, copy this comments section from here, and copy everything whatever is there in the comments, right? Just copy it inside the comment till here. Okay, till here. Okay, and then just go to this and control A, control V. Okay, and then again you try to see the class for this. So we are using this again, JSON to schema to Pojo, and click on this, and we got the class here. Very good. So let's see what classes it generated. Okay, again it has generated the visibility class. Okay, that's fine, we don't need that. We just need a class for example. Example class means the base class, right? the base class, we just need the base class here. So we just need this, because in this we have everything, like we have a name. If you see here, in this, what we need self, we need id, we need author, we need body, and we need all these things. So if you go and you see the first class, we have self, name, email address, avatar urls, everything we have. If you see the types, you can just see it here: string, then avatar urls, display name, and all those things we have here. So just copy this class, okay, and put it inside the comments. So this is our comments class. Okay, so just copy it here, copy. Okay, inside the comments. Here we have to change the class name. I think the comments, it is saying email address. I think we copied the wrong thing, because we have self ID author. Yeah, this is right. Self. No, no. It's a self name key. Okay, let's do it again. I think preview. Self name key. So we don't need this author class. I think it's the not generating properly. Let me see what is happening. So let's copy it again properly here, right? So this is our comment part. See, so you, instead of saying example, you can say comments. You can change it here, COMMENTS, whatever, and like our package name also, right? If you want, you can do like that. Our package name is what? Our package name is deserialized Pozo. Again, say preview. So it has created the author. Okay, we will not copy the author. We will copy only not avatar URLs, because that is done. Deserialize Pozo, and we need not copy avatar URLs. Okay, not comments. We don't need to. Yes, we need to copy these comments. Yeah. So now we got it here. So just copy this auth comments class from here. Now I think that's looking good now. So here, Control A, Control V, Control S. Now we created a comments class, and inside the comment, we have the self, ID, author. So if you see here now, so our self, ID, author, body. So now our class is created like that. So all the classes are created. Now we can use it in our API. So let's go to this dserial here, and this time what we will do, we will automate this get. So go here and just, what is the let's copy this resource, and put it here. Instead of this, our resource is this. Okay, and then if you go to this Jira API, we have to provide this URI. Sorry, this this URI, because it's a Jira API, so we are using that now. That is the one thing. Also, we need, I'm just copying it. I have already explained this. We also need this session filter because we need to authorize ourselves. So I'm just copying it also. And here, so once you use the session filter, you have to say it like this here. Given log, header, body, and then, before when you have to say filter. So, or you can say given dot filter here. Inside the filter, just provide your session. Okay, and then we are saying okay, just issue. So issue id you can provide it here, or you can provide it using the path parameter, but I will just provide it directly here. So what is the issue id? Let's see. Our issue id is this 10400, right? Yeah, 10400. So let's see, we will say 10400. So we, let's see here. So get issue, we got the issue. And then once you get the issue, if you go to the postman and you go to this get issue here, okay, so maybe we can provide this fields comment also because we only want comment. So we can provide in the query parameter. Okay, so just say like query parameter here. Um, Dot query parameter fields, fields fields, and the parameter name is comment. Okay, comment comment. Okay, so I think that's it. So we are providing this query parameter. What else we need to provide? So since this is a get command, there is no body. Do we have anything in the header? Header, we have this content type, that is okay, and that's it. And we are getting 200, so we will say assert that status code is 200. And instead of getting in the getting user, we have to get it in the example, right? So just say, we can actually rename this example to get issue if you want. That will make more sense. Just refactor it, refactor, rename, and you can say get get issue. Okay, yes. So here we will say get get issue, and here, okay, say issue, and here also we have to say get issue. Now we, so what is happening when you are hitting this API, this get issue, it will convert that into the get issue class format. Okay, so let's see why this error is there. Just a second. Okay, get single user, no. So just remove it for now because we will. Okay, so it will change this response that we are getting right here. If you see this, not, this is not the response. What is the response here? See, um get issue. So this is the response. This is a complex response that we are getting. It will convert it into the Pojo classes that we have just created here, right? So we have created all these get issue, fields, comments, comment. It will just from top to bottom, it will flow the data and it will be assigned to all the variables. And then if you want to verify something here, we can do that. See, so suppose you want to verify like, okay, I got the issue. I want this ID. Okay, so how you will do? See, so issue dot get. So you got the ID from here. Get ID. That's it. Let's run it. Because it is very simple here. Because this ID is very simple. See this ID. But suppose you want to retrieve something inside the comment ID, then we will see how we can do that. First, let's run it. So this concept that we are doing now, right? We are, we are creating the Pojo class, and then whatever response we are getting using the get, we are changing it to the Pojo class. This concept is called deserialization. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, it's saying one failed. Okay, um, 200 but was 401. So okay, something is failing. So let me see why it is failing. Um, okay, friends. So actually, let me remove it first. Control X. So when we are executing this, we are getting the error, right? Because when we created, so let's run it and see what is happening. See, so this is our command, and we are getting the failures 0. But if you see, it's saying here, right, you do not have the permission to see the specific issue, because when you create the object of the session filter, you have to also provide this statement here, like given log dot header dot body username password, so that the authorization will be created, okay, into this session. Then we can use this session in the like all other consecutive queries. Okay, so here get issue, so we are providing this here. You can use this relaxed http validation or you can remove it, doesn't matter. And I have used this path parameter for the issue id, and then we have the query parameter for the comment. And also I said, okay, dot expect default parser is json. So we already discussed these things, so that's it. Now we got the, let's run it again and see what is the response. So it is passed now, and you see the issue ID is 10040. So now suppose you want to see something like the complex value. So this is ID is very simple, right? Now suppose you want to see something inside the comments. You want to see the comment ID. Okay, so how you can see the comment ID? Let's see. So issue dot. So inside the issue, like the get issue, what we have, if you see here this diagram also, you can see from here, inside the issue we have fields, and then inside the field we have comment, right? So inside issue dot get get no get issue dot fields, yeah, get fields. Then inside the fields get comment, inside the comment get comments. Okay, inside the comment dot get, suppose you want the first comment, right? So you can say 0. Okay, so we can use some for loop, like, okay, if you want to see all the comments, we can just get the size of these comments. If you see after get comments, this is a list, so we can get the size. Okay, so we can do in that way. We can see also, if you see here, we have comment id is this, and then I think we have only one comment in this. Yeah, so whatever, if you have more comments, you can just use I can just show you here. I just automated some time back, I was doing. So you can just see like this for command, right? So what you can say, int is a total comment is like get fields dot get comment dot get total. So if you see here, dot comment, see here total, this total shows how many comments are there. So you can just get this value, and depending on that you can just run a for loop. Okay, so there is only one, so we will say get 0. So that is just programming logic that you can use to retrieve whatever you want to do. You can add some assert or something. See, now if you go here and see it, so it's saying like this. Okay, so we did not get the value here, right? If you see here, so we have to say get body dot to string, because we got the full comment. Then inside the comment we have to say get body, and then we can say dot to string. Now let's run it again. So don't confuse this Jira API Java. This is a different class that I have created. I can just remove it. It's not part of our project right now. So now if you go here, see first comment, by auto API 1. So you got this, the first comment from the comments, and then you have to go to the get body. If you see here, now if you go here, when you see the comments, see it is in the body here. See, body. Okay, inside the get 0, inside the first comment, you have to get body. If you see from this diagram, let me show from this diagram. If I go here, or I think better I can go to this one, right? See, get 0, because there is only one comment. Now inside this, once we say get 0 dot body, then we can change it to the toString. Then we can see this. So this is how we can do with the Pojo class and deserialization when we want to do the get. So this is good practice that we did. Thank you.